Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. Today, I wanted to talk to you about a topic that I'm seeing coming up a lot, given the news the last couple of weeks. Just get rid of some of the FUD, explain some of the differences between Bitcoin and CBDCs, why you should be concerned about one but not the other. And also, of course, I want to get your feedback. I want to get your comments, see what I missed, see what you thought about. But if you like the content that I'm providing both here and in other videos that I'm doing, I'm going to point out another video, try to get the link right today for the ABCs of CBDCs and get that out there to you. But today I want to just encourage you to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you like this kind of content. It really helps out the channel, and share it with somebody if you think it's valuable. But this topic is really important. I'm just jumping right into it. CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies, versus cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. And I'm just going to simplify it and just say CBDC from a US entity, probably the Fed, versus Bitcoin. I'm not going to look at all 18, 20,000 cryptos. I'm just going to look at one, Bitcoin, the leader of the pack. So what are the differences? What are the similarities and what are the differences between CBDCs and Bitcoin? Okay, first off, they're both digital. They're digital currencies. Second, they're both recorded on a blockchain. That's about it. That's about where the similarities end. And why does it end there? Let me go over the properties of money, which I've talked about before. But one of the properties of money is supply, right? You want to have scarcity. Bitcoin, by the definition of the computer code, and I'll get to that in a moment, the computer code that it was written to create Bitcoin, there's only ever going to be 21 million of them. And the only people that are allowed to change the code are those that get to vote on proposals to make changes. Anyone can propose a change to Bitcoin. You can just say, hey, I want this or that or whatever. You may say, I want 21 gazillion coins. So if you propose that, the only people that get to say yes or no are the miners, the ones that are actually running the Bitcoin code and trying to solve that math equation every 10 minutes to get the next tranche of Bitcoin. So miners are incentivized to keep the supply at 21 million because that's what their economics are based on. They lose money if there starts to be more supply because every Bitcoin would go down in value because the total value of Bitcoin is, I'm going to say a Bitcoin is 30,000 today, just for ease of math. And I know it's like between 25 and 30, but let's just say it's 25,000 to be simple. 25,000 for Bitcoin, roughly 20 million. That puts it about, not quite a trillion. It would be 50,000 for a trillion. 25,000, you look at $500 billion. So $500 billion is the market cap of Bitcoin. Is the total. If you bought every Bitcoin that's on the market right now, and you were able to do that, it would cost $500 million. If you doubled the supply of Bitcoin overnight, then by definition, if you're going to keep the same amount of value for Bitcoin as a project overall, then the price of every Bitcoin would have to be cut in half because now you have twice as much. So supply, knowing how much supply there is and what the value is a big plus for Bitcoin. Turn the page to CBDC, central bank digital currencies. They are going to launch CBDCs. And again, I'm going to post up here the ABCs of CBDCs. That's a video I made a couple months ago. It's really important to understand the difference. CBDCs have no limit. Whoever issuing them, whatever government entity or government-like entity or NGO, whatever you want to call it, like the Federal Reserve, can issue more other CBDC. I'm going to call it Fed now for lack of a better, or Fed coin. So if there's 21 million Fed coins to go with 21 million Bitcoin, they're going to make them look the same. But that's not what's going to happen. They're going to add more and more CBDC Fed coins by the Federal Reserve to just try and supplement the amount of currency that they believe that the economy needs. What that's going to do is they add more CBDCs, they add more Fed coins, which will lower the buying power and the purchasing power of each Fed coin itself. That is opposite of what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin is actually deflationary. Every 4 years, they reduce the amount of Bitcoin that gets released every 10 minutes. Right now, it's 900 Bitcoin a day. Next year, at some point, I think it's sometime in July or thereafter, it'll be only 450 a day. So there'll be a supply shock, and that happens every 4 years. They cut the supply in half. So that's what happens with Bitcoin. So CBDCs, there's no limit on supply. Bitcoin is scarcity. So Bitcoin with scarcity, that's one property of money. Another property is security. So security and this comes from the fact that it's decentralized and no government has control over Bitcoin. Only the miners, as I said earlier, could vote on it. No government has control. With government clearly has control over a CBDC because they're releasing it, which means it's by definition it's the programmable money. They can add more, they can make it expire, they could have the value, the number of coins you have go down over time. They can also monitor whatever you spend it on. That is not true with Bitcoin. Now you can trace, if you know certain Bitcoin addresses, you can trace certain transactions. Yes, that's true. There are other coins that have better privacy, like Litecoin, which is another reason why I like that Litecoin over there. But you've got all these issues that are out there with the CBDC. It's not public. It's not open source code, so you can't look at the code. You can't, like, everybody that run Bitcoin. You can look at the code and see how it's written and see how the math works and the algorithms, and you can look at everything. You can see why there's not holes in the system that you can just make more Bitcoin. It's a very simple program that the computers run that are mining, and whoever gets to solve the math problem every 10 minutes fastest or first gets the next amount of Bitcoin for those 10 minutes. And that's not going to be the way with CBDCs at all. It's going to be centralized, governed, controlled, regulated, have all these different rules on it. You can't buy, like, there might be carbon credits, there might be ESG, there might be CRT rules. Who knows what the rules are going to put on there, but it won't happen at first. But first they'll be like, okay, well, you need more currency right now. You need to be able to buy your stuff. In order to do that, here's some CBDCs that you can go and purchase. And they may even be a better way to go. They're airdropped or free to you. They're dropped to you. That's maybe how they roll them out. Is to say, if they owe you $100, they might give you $10 of Federal Reserve notes and $90 of CBDCs. I don't know how they're going to roll it out. Obviously, this is to be determined, but I'm sure they're thinking about this right now. So with banks having issues, people are concerned about pulling money out of their banks, but they're also chopping off guardrail or access points to crypto and back. That's what that's why Signature Bank was captured. That's why Silvergate Bank was captured. I know they're focusing all on Silicon Valley Bank and now Federal Republic and now, of course, Credit Suisse. But it was really also a way to control the on-ramps and off-ramps to cryptocurrency. But CBDCs are dangerous because they're programmable money. Everyone gets to look inside your pocketbook and see, what are you spending things on? What is coming in and out of your wallet? What are you using these for? The privacy goes away. And with privacy going away, so does your freedom. So these are some of the reasons that we're concerned about CBDCs. Again, go check out the ABCs of CBDCs video. It'll tell you a lot more than I can right now in about 10 minutes. But be very wary of CBDCs. Think about what is the ability of you not being able to give somebody $20 or $50 or $100 at a yard sale to move something for you, to cut your lawn, to deliver your groceries, to deliver a newspaper or deliver food or whatnot. Do you really want that to be in a CBDC world where everybody can see your transactions? I know we've gone to over 90% digital transactions as it is, but it's kind of nice to be able to reach in your pocket and grab 20, 50, $100 or even a piece of silver and give that to someone and not have anybody scrutinize what you're spending it on. So lots said today. I know there's lots going on with CBDCs. There's going to be a lot more coming. We're going to talk about that a lot in this channel, at least probably once a week. But it's just such a big deal right now. I know everybody's concerned about cryptocurrency and whatnot, but the bigger deal is CBDCs for the next couple of months. Crypto is also obviously very important, and that we've seen the uptick in Bitcoin. I'll talk about that in another video and why that's been happening. But for now, I'm going to close the door on the bureau. Look forward to reading all your comments. Say follow the leader one more time, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.